Hello and good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
How are you?
I am good, thank you. Yes, it is the afternoon for me because I am currently in Thailand. So it is 4:30 in the evening. Where is it that you come from?
I am from India, right?
Uh,
And that's why, yeah, just I think 2.5 hour difference between our time, right? So
yes,
I'm 2.5 hour behind of you.
yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're not very far away, really. Actually, I come from the UK, but I'm currently traveling Southeast Asia with my partner.
Okay, so you are traveling Southeast Asia. So you are in Thailand right now.
Yeah, I'm in the north of Thailand in Chiang Mai.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how many countries you have planned to visit in this
So this
area?
the last stop. I'm going back home in January. Around the 15th of January, I booked my flight back home. But I have been to the Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand. I have been twice because there is so big. So this is my third time in Thailand. And I've been to Cambodia twice and Vietnam once.
Okay, great. So you have traveled all these countries of South Asia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
How
have
is
you
your
been
experience?
traveling yourself?
Sorry.
Have you traveled yourself?
Yes, I have traveled, not like I have traveled all over India, traveled few other countries like Nepal, but
Yeah,
I have planned to travel Thailand and other like country like Indonesia next year. So hope for the best. Yes, I'm
yeah.
waiting.
I have heard Nepal is meant to be amazing. I have heard so many recommendations from people in Southeast Asia telling me to go and visit Nepal.
I think you should visit Nepal because I have been there. It is beautiful country, very similar to India, right? So, uh, but very beautiful.
Yeah,
Especially you should go to Kathmandu, Pokhara, and if you want to, uh, experience the mountains and the calm and serenity of these places, then go to Mustang, one of the beautiful place of Nepal.
yeah, yeah. I think like if you're into that, then yeah, the nature and like you say, the mountains and temples, they're like it is the best in Nepal. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
What do you work as?
I'm a teacher. I teach my
Oh,
students.
great. Yeah. What ages do you teach?
They are teenagers, right? They are 14 to 16, 18, yeah, around that.
Yeah.
Well, 12 to, yeah, from 12 years to 18 years old kids, yeah.
Oh, so
Because I have my own institution, tutoring center, right? So I own the tutoring center and I teach as well.
ah, well, so you're very busy, right?
Yes, I am. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever I have holidays, I love to travel, just like you.
Yeah.
Whenever I have holidays, I love to travel around the world.
Yeah. I think it's important, right? Like it grows your mind in ways that you cannot do this if you just stay in one place.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Like, I could see one thing, after 2 or 3 months every year, I want to go somewhere out of this town, out of this city where I'm residing. And I
Yeah.
feel totally rejuvenated after coming back. So I could understand the importance of traveling. I know the importance because it's not something that I have recently started. I have been traveling since when I was just 17, 16.
Yeah.
So not out of India, but India itself is a big country. Yeah, it is. Mhm.
Yeah.
So what do you do
So when I was
apart
in the
from this?
UK, yeah,
Mhm.
I had
Mhm.
my own beauty salon. So I
Okay.
had that for 4 years, and I saved my money so that I could come out here and do this. But I also had my teaching qualification, so I have been able to teach on here and two other platforms as well. But I don't do this a lot because I have the time to be able to see as much as I can see in the countries where I am. So just when I do have the time, I come on here and I speak to a few people, and I have some regular students on other platforms. But yeah, my main job has been a beautician back in the UK.
Okay, so let me know about one thing, like what were the most expensive like services that you used to provide in UK? I just want to know like what is the cost
Yeah.
of service?
Well, in
Hmm.
the UK, is so the services I did was mainly for your face, and is very popular amongst girls in the UK to get their eyelashes done. So
Hmm.
that was my main treatment because I was the best at that. That was kind of my profession. So I had 60 regular clients that would return back to me within 3 weeks. So I would have the same turnover of clients. And they would all pay £60 for 2 hours with me. So every session they came in for, it was £60. And that was like a repeat appointment. They would then return within 3 weeks for another £60 treatment on their eyelashes. And that was my main source of income there.
Okay, okay, got it. Mm.
Yeah, it's very superficial. Girls in the UK, they love all of that, but also for me, that was very fulfilling. That people chose me and they stayed with me for many years, and they became my friends in the process, and I knew a lot about their lives that maybe people in their lives didn't know, because I'm like that person that they can let off everything to, because I will not judge, and that actually made me feel really good. And then they walk away feeling good from the treatment that they've had done, and just from a catch up. So I'm going to enjoy doing this when I go back to the UK. But I love the life that you have when you're traveling, and the freedom. And the UK is not as beautiful as these countries. So I will miss this.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought UK is also beautiful, especially in winters, right? So lots of snows and things. So which season you like most? What is season right now in Thailand? Can you tell
It's
me? I think it will
dry
be
season.
winter.
No,
What?
we're in is the hot season. So they only have wet season or dry season, and we are in dry season now. So this is the best temperature, like 30 degrees. And for me, I prefer it hot. So this is perfect.
Okay. Because yeah, I have met so many people from, your country, UK, and they prefer hot weather,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, totally. I think you feel more inclined to just do your work and then go back home when it's cold. Not a lot of people want to do anything else, so you don't end up socializing as much. You don't really have that work-life balance as good. Where in these countries, like I see culture-wise, families are always outside and they're playing with each other. They're doing karaoke, they're drinking, they're eating, and I think that's so nice to see. I think a lot of it is because of the weather. Like in the UK, you don't want to go outside when it's that cold. It's okay if maybe you come from a hot country and that's a change for you going there, because it's different. But not all the time. All the time it gets too annoying for me.
okay, let me ask you one more question. Like, I heard from somebody like, UK is not friendly country. Is it? It is right? Like you were saying me like you love to socialize with people in UK, like you love to hang out with your friends when weather is fine. But I have heard, people in UK are not so friendly. Even if you ask them directions, somebody like they do not respond. Is it right? Or just somebody told me the rumor?
I think like it depends. I think like you get a lot of people who haven't experienced different culture before, so they feel like their mindset is quite small. Like it's like they haven't experienced other things outside of the UK. So yeah, um, they can be annoyed in their own lives, so they do not give off a nice vibe to themselves. But I think that's everywhere as well. Um, I think, everybody that I know is really friendly and really nice in the UK. So I can't say that
Mhm.
I think that's true because, if anybody pulled over the side of the road and asked me for directions, I would be happy to help them. But I can imagine you ask the wrong person and they will, not help you. So
Yeah, let me tell you, it's not that, the people from other countries told me. Like somebody from UK told me, like, if you are coming to UK, if you are walking by, like you are walking on the road, and if you ask somebody randomly something, they might not reply
yeah,
you. People are not so friendly. Yeah, they told me. Like people are not so friendly. It's not like they are shy or something like that. They are busy on their own kind of world, they have kind of hangover and
yeah.
they're fighting. Yeah,
Exactly, they're in
they
their
told.
heads. And if they cannot
Mhm.
balance their lives out, and at the moment in the UK, we're going through the biggest money crisis. So people are under so much more stress. Like my mum back at home, she is the nicest person ever, but she works 60 hours a week. And I can imagine other people are in the same position as her and they won't be able to manage themselves as good as my mum does. So that, that is she's on a good wage as well, but she's just earning that money to be able to afford her house and her food. She cannot save money or afford a car because the petrol is too expensive. So I think at the moment, yeah, maybe people have more pressure on themselves, so they're not as nice to other people. But it's just this really big, awful inflation that is going on. So yeah, it's just so expensive to live in the UK at the moment.
Yeah, I've heard this say, like they told me yes, it is very expensive country, and that's why I have seen so many people are migrating to other parts of the world right now, like countries like South African countries, Asian countries, because these countries are still cheaper
Yeah,
for living. Yeah,
yeah.
living cost is not too high. Like if you talk about Thailand, right now you are in Thailand, its living cost is cheaper than the
Uh,
UK. I think very cheaper.
Very much. Yeah, less than like it's tiny amount. And also like people put more love into their food here. With like the spices and the herbs and it's just so healthy compared to the UK. Your cheapest food in the UK is unhealthy food. So it's more expensive to buy healthy food and live that life. But here, it's so cheap to be healthy.
Yeah, healthy. Second thing you told me, places are good, like, it's beautiful. So I'm planning to spend few of my weeks in Thailand next year. Might be, yes, because I've
Definitely.
heard a lot about this country. Mhm.
Yeah, everywhere you look, like honestly, at Chiang Mai I climbed a waterfall yesterday, and that was only a 10-minute drive from my apartment in the middle of the city. And I've never seen something so beautiful in my life. It has the nature and all of this, so you will love it. Yeah.
Anyway, we are running out of time. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to speak to you too. I hope you have a nice day.
Same to you. Bye.